And we'll keep drifting, floating together through the mysteries. 100 astronomy mysteries, looping softly, endlessly, through the night. Tonight we'll drift through the silent collapse of dying stars, the invisible gravity shaping galaxies, the ancient light still crossing the cosmos. There's nothing you need to do now. Just let your body sink, heavier, heavier. Feel the mattress holding you, every muscle softening, your heartbeat slowing, thump, thump, matching the rhythm of space itself, shoulders melting down, jaw releasing, each breath pulling you deeper, deeper into the calm, the quiet, the dark. If this helps you rest, tap subscribe, comment, and hit like so others can find this calm too. But only if your eyes are still open. Otherwise, just drift. Now, let's drift into astronomy. 13.8 billion years ago, before time had meaning, before space had dimension, everything existed in a point smaller than the smallest thing you can imagine. And then it began. The Big Bang. Not an explosion into space, but an explosion of space itself. Expanding, blooming, creating the universe from nothing. Thump, thump, your breath matching this cosmic rhythm. Feel yourself sinking deeper as we drift back to the beginning. In those first fractions of a second, something remarkable happened. Cosmic inflation, the universe doubling in size, again and again and again, 60 times in less time than a heartbeat takes, smoothing out the fabric of space, stretching tiny quantum ripples into patterns that would one day become galaxies. Let your thoughts stretch like this, wider, softer, dissolving into the dark. The universe cooled, particles formed, and 380,000 years after the beginning, light broke free, traveling through space, cooling as the universe expanded until today. We see it as the cosmic microwave background, a whisper of light from the edge of time, bathing everything in radiation we cannot see. Feel this invisible warmth around you, holding you as you sink heavier, heavier into rest. But most of the universe remains invisible. Dark matter, 5 times more abundant than everything we can see. The stars, the planets, the gas, all of it floating in an ocean of something we cannot touch, cannot observe directly. We only know it's there because of gravity, the way galaxies spin too fast, the way light bends around invisible mass. Like your thoughts now, present but intangible, drifting, fading. And there's something else, even stranger, dark energy, making up nearly 70% of everything that exists, pushing space apart, accelerating the expansion of the universe, every galaxy drifting away from every other galaxy, faster and faster. The universe growing larger with every breath you take. Thump, thump. Feel this expansion in your chest, your lungs filling, emptying, everything spreading into silence. Billions of years ago, before our sun, before Earth, the first stars began to form. Population 3 stars, giants born from pure hydrogen and helium, no metals, no heavy elements yet. burning hundreds of times brighter than our sun, living fast, dying young, exploding and seeding space with the materials that would one day become you. Every atom in your body forged in stellar fire. You are made of star death, ancient, cosmic. Let this sink through you, heavier. Stars are born in stellar nurseries, vast clouds of gas and dust called molecular clouds, cold, dark, collapsing under their own gravity, fragmenting into smaller pieces, each one a protostar, gathering mass, growing warmer, denser, until fusion ignites, hydrogen becoming helium, and light floods outward. A star is born. Thump, thump, your heartbeat, like the pulse of stellar fusion, steady, endless, pulling you down. Our sun is a main sequence star, fusing hydrogen in its core, converting mass into energy, 4 million tons every second, transformed into light. This has been happening for 4.6 billion years and will continue for 5 billion more. The stability, the constancy, like you're breathing now, in, out, reliable, peaceful, eternal. When a star like our sun exhausts its hydrogen, it swells, expanding into a red giant, its outer layers reaching out, cooling, glowing crimson. In 5 billion years, our sun will grow large enough to swallow Mercury, Venus, perhaps Earth, but slowly, so slowly, nothing violent, just a gradual expansion, like your awareness expanding into sleep, boundaries dissolving, everything growing softer, wider. After the red giant phase, the outer layers drift away, gently, forming a planetary nebula, glowing shells of gas expanding into space, beautiful, ghostly. And at the center, the core remains, a white dwarf, Earth-sized but incredibly dense. A teaspoon would weigh as much as a car, no longer fusing, just slowly cooling, radiating its stored heat into the darkness for trillions of years, fading, dimming, like your thoughts now, growing quieter, but more massive stars. They die differently. When a star 8 times the mass of the sun or larger runs out of fuel, its core collapses in less than a second, and then supernova, an explosion so bright it can outshine an entire galaxy, releasing as much energy in weeks as our sun will produce in its entire lifetime. Elements forged in that instant, gold, silver, uranium, scattered across space, the violence creating beauty, creating possibility. What remains after supernova depends on the mass. If the core is less than 3 solar masses, it becomes a neutron star, a ball of pure neutrons, 20 kilometers across, spinning, sometimes hundreds of times per second. A single teaspoon would weigh 1 billion tons. Gravity so intense that atoms themselves collapse. Let this density sink through your mind, compressing, all thoughts collapsing into stillness. Some neutron stars become pulsars, beacons sweeping the cosmos with radiation, lighthouses in space. We detect them as pulses, perfectly timed, some more accurate than atomic clocks. Thump, 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 like your heartbeat, but faster or slower. infinite variety in the cosmic dark. Let these pulses wash over you, regular, hypnotic, pulling you deeper. The most magnetic objects in the universe, magnetars, neutron stars with magnetic fields a quadrillion times stronger than Earth's, so powerful they can warp the very atoms in their crust, causing starquakes that release more energy in 1/10 of a second than our sun produces in a year. Even from thousands of light years away, a magnetar flare can affect our atmosphere. Such power, such violence, so far away it becomes just another whisper in the quiet, in the dark. But if the stellar core is massive enough, more than 3 times the sun's mass, nothing can stop the collapse. It becomes a black hole, a point of infinite density, wrapped in an event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing, not even light, can escape. Space curves so severely it folds into itself. Time dilates, stretches, stops. Let your sense of time stretch like this. Moments becoming hours, hours becoming nothing. Just the endless now, drifting near a black hole. Strange things happen. An observer watching someone fall toward the event horizon would see them slow down, freeze, their light stretching redder, fading. But the person falling would feel nothing special crossing that boundary, just continuing, falling, until the tidal forces grew strong enough to stretch them. Spaghettification, pulled longer, thinner, everything returning to singularity, to oneness, like sleep pulling you in, resistance fading, boundaries dissolving, and black holes are not truly black. Stephen Hawking discovered they emit radiation. Hawking radiation are quantum effects at the event horizon, creating particle pairs, one falling in, one escaping, slowly, over incomprehensible time. Black holes evaporate. Even the darkest objects in the universe eventually return their energy to space. Nothing is permanent, everything flowing, changing, including your waking thoughts. Letting go now, releasing. Most stars are not alone. Binary star systems. 2 stars orbiting each other, dancing through space, sometimes close enough to exchange material, one feeding the other. Sometimes one already dead, a white dwarf pulling gas from its companion, accumulating, until it reaches critical mass and a different type of supernova, type ER. Explosions so consistent in brightness they become cosmic measuring sticks, helping us understand the universe's expansion. Everything connected, everything in relationship. Stars gather in clusters, open clusters, young stars, hundreds or thousands born together, loosely bound by gravity, slowly drifting apart over millions of years. The Pleiades, the Hyades, gems scattered across the night sky, and globular clusters, ancient spheres containing hundreds of thousands of stars, tightly packed, orbiting the outskirts of galaxies. Some of the oldest objects we know, 13 billion years, nearly as old as the universe itself. Let this age sink through you, the weight of time, heavy, peaceful. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, a barred spiral, 200 billion stars wheeling through space. You are here, on a planet orbiting a star, 2/3 of the way out from the center, moving at 820,000 kilometers per hour, yet feeling perfectly still, the motion too vast to perceive, like the motion of your chest, rising, falling, imperceptible, constant. The Milky Way has spiral arms, lanes of stars and gas, curving through space, sites of active star formation, brightened blue with young stars. These aren't solid structures. Stars drift in and out. It's a density wave, a pattern moving through the disk, like ripples on water, the water itself staying in place while the wave moves through. Your consciousness like this, pattern shifting, while something deeper remains, still, quiet. Surrounding the visible disk, a galactic halo, sparse stars, ancient globular clusters, and dark matter, that invisible ocean holding everything together. The halo extends far beyond what we see, a sphere of mystery. Let your awareness extend like this, beyond your body, beyond the room, into darkness, limitless. In that boundless dark, your edges soften until there is no longer a you to hold on to. Galaxies collide, but slowly, so slowly. When the Milky Way and Andromeda meet, in 4 billion years, the stars won't hit each other. Space is too vast. They'll pass through like ghosts, but gravity will reshape both galaxies, pulling, twisting, eventually merging into one elliptical galaxy, Milkdromeda, a collision in cosmic time, but gentle, peaceful, like thoughts merging into dreams, boundaries fading, everything becoming one. In their slow union, the galaxies show how even the grandest separations end in quiet belonging. Andromeda, our nearest large galaxy, 2.5 million light years away, light leaving there when human ancestors first walked upright, arriving here tonight, photons crossing the void to meet your eye if you were looking up. But you're not. You're here, sinking, heavier, eyes closed or closing, breathing slower. Thump, thump. Those ancient photons now rest against your closed lids like the softest memory you no longer need to carry. Not all galaxies are spirals, elliptical galaxies, smooth, reddish, mostly old stars. Little gas or dust, no new star formation, just ancient suns slowly dying. These galaxies often form from collisions, the spiral structure destroyed, stars scattered into new orbits, and dwarf galaxies, small, sometimes containing only millions of stars, orbiting larger galaxies like the Milky Way. Dozens of them, satellites, companions, everything in the cosmos connected by gravity, by motion, by the invisible threads of space-time. In their quiet companionship, even the smallest worlds find their place in the great gravitational song. Some galaxies have irregular shapes, no symmetry, no pattern, disrupted by collisions or simply never settling into order. Chaos can be beautiful too. Let go of order in your mind. Let thoughts scatter, random, dissolving. No need for structure now. Just drift. Chaos itself becomes a lullaby when you stop asking it to make sense. At the centers of most galaxies, including ours, supermassive black holes, millions or billions of times the Sun's mass. The Milky Way's black hole, Sagittarius A, 4 million solar masses, 26,000 light-years away, quiet now, dormant. But some galactic centers are active galactic nuclei, black holes feeding, consuming stars and gas, heating the material until it glows brighter than all the galaxy's stars combined. Even in silence, the heart of the galaxy waits, patient and immense, mirroring the stillness settling over you. The brightest of these quasars, the most luminous objects in the universe, powered by black holes billions of times the Sun's mass, visible across billions of light-years. Most quasars are ancient, seen as they were when the universe was young, the light travelling so long to reach us. Messages from the deep past, like memories surfacing, then fading as you sink deeper into timelessness. Those far-off beacons burn on long after their message arrives, just as this moment lingers even as you let it go. Galaxies are not scattered randomly. They form cosmic filaments, vast chains and walls, millions of light-years long, separated by enormous voids, nearly empty space. The large-scale structure of the universe, like a cosmic web, dark matter forming the scaffolding, galaxies clustering along the threads, between the filaments, the voids, vast darkness, quiet, peaceful, like the spaces between your thoughts now, growing wider, emptier. In those great silences, the universe breathes most deeply, inviting you to do the same. Space itself has structure, curvature. Einstein showed us this. General relativity. Mass warps space-time, creating what we feel as gravity. Not a force pulling, but geometry. Objects following the straightest path through curved space. The Earth orbits the Sun because the Sun's mass curves space around it, and Earth rolls along that curve, moving but still, like you now, lying still but drifting through curved dream space. The gentle curve of space-time holds you exactly as it holds the planets, without effort or hurry. Massive objects create ripples in space-time, gravity waves, two black holes orbiting, spiraling closer, faster, until they merge, releasing a pulse of gravitational energy, stretching and squeezing space itself. We detected these waves for the first time in 2015. Confirmation of Einstein's century-old prediction. The universe ringing like a bell. Vibrations too subtle to feel, but measured, proven, real, everything vibrating, including you. Thump, thump, resonating with existence. Each ripple travels outward forever, carrying the quiet echo of your own steady pulse. Space-time can be bent so severely that light curves around massive objects. Gravitational lensing, a galaxy's mass bending light from objects behind it, creating multiple images, arcs, Einstein rings, the universe using gravity as a telescope, revealing what would otherwise be invisible. What seems hidden is simply waiting for the right perspective. Like sleep, already present, just waiting for you to let go. Through every lens, the hidden becomes seen, just as surrender makes the peace within you visible at last. Planets orbit stars following the laws of orbital mechanics, ellipses, not circles, sweeping out equal areas in equal times, moving faster when closer, slower when farther. The moon, the planets, satellites, all following these same rules, carved into the geometry of space, predictable, reliable, like the rhythm of breath, in, out, in, out. That same ancient geometry now guides each slow rise and fall of your chest. Beyond our solar system, thousands of exoplanets, worlds orbiting other stars. We find them through various methods, watching for the tiny dimming when a planet passes in front of its star, measuring the wobble the planet's gravity causes in the star's motion, even detecting the subtle change in starlight timing. Each discovery revealing the universe's creativity, planets made of diamond, worlds with glass rain, oceans of lava, infinite variety. Every new world reminds us how endlessly the cosmos invents ways to simply be. Some exoplanets orbit in the habitable zone, that special distance where water could exist as liquid, not too hot, not too cold, the Goldilocks zone. But habitability depends on many factors: atmosphere, magnetic field, the star's stability. Most stars are red dwarfs, smaller, cooler, longer lived than our sun. Planets in their habitable zones would be close, tidally locked, one face always in daylight, one in eternal night. Between them, a twilight band where perhaps life could find a way. In that eternal twilight zone, life might learn the same quiet patience you feel now. Not all planets orbit stars. Rogue planets, ejected from their solar systems, drifting alone through the galaxy. No sun to warm them, frozen, dark, yet possibly harboring life in subsurface oceans, heated by their own internal radioactive decay. Life needing no star, no light, finding a way in the dark, like consciousness, persisting, even as the light of waking fades, sinking into the peaceful dark. Even in utter isolation, some things continue to glow softly from within. Planets come in varieties, gas giants, like Jupiter and Saturn, mostly hydrogen and helium, no solid surface, just atmosphere growing denser, until it becomes liquid, then metallic, surrounding a small rocky core. These giants often migrate, forming far from their stars, then spiraling inward, disrupting smaller worlds, reshaping solar systems. Change is the only constant in space, in sleep, everything moving, shifting. Through every migration and upheaval, the universe keeps finding new shapes for stillness. Terrestrial planets, rocky worlds like Earth, Mars, Venus, Mercury, formed from the debris of the stellar nursery, dust and rock clumping together, growing through collision, violence creating spheres, smoothed by their own gravity, some with atmospheres, some without, each one unique. Venus with its crushing pressure and sulfuric acid clouds, Mars with its thin air and ancient river valleys, Earth with its liquid water and life. Such diversity, such possibility. From the same scattered dust, so many different stories unfold, just as your own story now quietly unwinds. Atmospheres tell stories. They reveal what a planet is made of, how it evolved, whether it might harbour life. We can analyse the light passing through an exoplanet's atmosphere during transit, seeing what wavelengths are absorbed, detecting water vapour, methane, oxygen, biosignatures, chemicals that might indicate life. The search continues, patient, persistent, like this gentle voice, continuing as you drift deeper. Each faint spectral whisper carries the same patient hope that now cradles your slowing thoughts. Some planets wear rings. Saturn's magnificent, but all the gas giants have them. Ice and rock, ranging from particles smaller than dust to boulders the size of houses, orbiting in flat plains. Some rings are temporary, created by destroyed moons, slowly spreading, fading. Some might be ancient, as old as the planets themselves, elegant, transient, beautiful, like thoughts, circling, then dispersing into nothing. Even as they fade, the rings leave behind a grace that lingers in the quiet. Moons orbit planets, natural satellites, our moon, tidally locked, showing us the same face always, its gravity pulling on Earth's oceans, creating tides, two bulges of water, one facing the moon, one on the opposite side, rising, falling, twice each day. The rhythm of water, the rhythm of breath, thump, thump, everything connected by invisible forces. Those same invisible forces now draw your breath and heartbeat into perfect, effortless harmony. Jupiter has at least 95 moons, Saturn more than 80, each one different. Io with its sulfur volcanoes, Europa with its subsurface ocean, Titan with its methane lakes, Enceladus shooting geysers of ice into space. These moons might harbour life, protected beneath frozen shells, warm water in the dark. Everything we discover makes the universe stranger, more wonderful. Let wonder wash through you, soft, warm, pulling you down. Wonder flows like those hidden oceans, warm and steady beneath the surface calm. Tidal locking happens when a moon's rotation matches its orbital period. The moon, Pluto and Charon, many moons in our solar system, always showing the same face to their parent body, locked in embrace, synchronized, like your breathing and heartbeat now, finding their rhythm together. In that gentle lock, everything finally rests face to face, no longer needing to turn away. Between Mars and Jupiter, the asteroid belt, millions of rocky fragments, remnants from the solar system's formation, never coalescing into a planet because Jupiter's gravity prevented it, stirring, scattering, creating a ring of debris. Most asteroids are small, but Ceres, large enough to be spherical, large enough to be called a dwarf planet. Between the definitions, between the categories, existence refusing to fit neat boxes. Some asteroids cross Earth's orbit, near-Earth objects. We track them, catalogue them, watching for potential impacts. Most are small, would burn up in atmosphere, but larger ones they've hit before, 66 million years ago, 10 kilometers wide, ending the age of dinosaurs, creating the space for mammals, for primates, for humans, for you, lying here now, evolution through catastrophe, life persisting, adapting, continuing, comets, icy wanderers from the outer solar system. When they approach the sun, solar radiation vaporizes their ice, creating glowing comas, tails stretching millions of kilometers, always pointing away from the sun, pushed by solar wind. Comets are ancient, pristine, holding material unchanged since the solar system's birth, 4.6 billion years, frozen time, slowly melting, releasing secrets beyond Neptune, the Kuiper Belt, a disk of icy bodies. Pluto lives here, Eris, Makemake, Haumea, thousands of frozen worlds, and beyond that, the Oort cloud, a spherical shell, trillions of comets, extending halfway to the nearest star, the sun's gravitational domain, reaching into the void, fading, but present, like awareness, stretching thin, but not yet gone. Sometimes space debris enters Earth's atmosphere, meteors, burning bright, friction with air molecules heating them white hot, shooting stars, though they're not stars, just fragments, most smaller than pebbles, vaporizing completely. But larger pieces survive, falling as meteorites. We find them, study them, learning about the early solar system, messages from space, landing in deserts, in ice, waiting to be read. Our sun formed from a collapsing cloud of gas and dust. The solar nebula spinning, flattening into a disk. The center growing hot enough, dense enough for fusion to begin. Hydrogen atoms forced together, combining into helium, releasing energy, light. Our sun converting 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium every second, and still barely denting its vast reserves, enough fuel for 5 billion more years. Constancy, stability, like this moment, stretching, infinite. Solar fusion, 4 hydrogen nuclei through several steps, becoming one helium nucleus. The mass of helium is slightly less than the mass of the 4 hydrogens. That missing mass converted to energy, E equals mc squared, a tiny amount of mass, but the speed of light squared is enormous. So much energy. Light takes 8 minutes to reach Earth, crossing the void, warming your skin, growing plants, driving weather, powering life, but not now. Now you rest in darkness, safe, warm. The sun's surface churns, convection cells, hot plasma rising, cooling, sinking, creating a granulated texture. Each cell the size of Texas, shifting, changing every few minutes. Above this, the photosphere, the visible surface, 6,000 degrees, glowing yellow-white, the light we see, the warmth we feel, born in the core, taking millions of years to random walk through the sun's dense interior, then 8 minutes across empty space. Such a long journey to reach this moment, to reach you, breathing, slower, Sometimes the sun's magnetic field breaks through the surface. Sunspots, regions cooler than their surroundings, appearing dark by contrast. Though still thousands of degrees, they follow an 11-year cycle: solar maximum, solar minimum. The number rising and falling predictably, like waves on an ocean, or breath in, out, thump, thump. Everything cycling, everything returning. The sun's magnetic field can become twisted, tangled, storing energy until suddenly release. Solar flares, explosions in the corona, releasing as much energy as billions of nuclear bombs in minutes. Electromagnetic radiation flooding outward, reaching Earth, affecting radio communications, creating auroras. The sun's anger, beautiful from a distance, harmless across the void. Larger eruptions, coronal mass ejections, billions of tons of plasma hurled into space, carrying magnetic fields. If aimed at Earth, they strike our magnetosphere, compressing it, disturbing it. Geomagnetic storms, usually harmless, sometimes disrupting satellites, power grids. In 1859, the Carrington event, auroras visible near the equator, telegraph systems failing, sparking. If that happened today, our technological civilization would feel it, but it didn't. We're safe. You're safe. Here in the dark. Nothing to fear, just drift. The sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, visible during total solar eclipses, pearly white, tendrils extending into space, mysteriously hotter than the surface below it. Millions of degrees. We still don't fully understand why. Perhaps magnetic reconnection, perhaps waves, the universe keeping some secrets, some mysteries remaining. Let your mysteries remain too. No need to solve anything, no need to understand, just be, just rest. From the sun flows the solar wind, streams of charged particles, protons and electrons, racing outward at hundreds of kilometers per second, washing over the planets. The solar wind creates a bubble around the solar system, the heliosphere, protecting us from interstellar radiation, our sun's embrace, extending billions of kilometers, holding us, keeping us safer, like blankets holding you now, warm, secure. Earth has a magnetosphere, generated by its liquid iron core, spinning, creating electric currents, creating magnetic fields. This invisible shield deflects the solar wind, channeling it around our planet. Without it, the solar wind would strip away our atmosphere, like it did to Mars, whose magnetic field died billions of years ago, leaving its air to slowly bleed into space. Protection we never see, never feel, always there, like your body now, protecting you, maintaining you, even as you sleep. When solar wind particles slip through at the poles, channeled by magnetic field lines, they collide with atmosphere, exciting nitrogen and oxygen, making them glow. Auroras, the northern lights, southern lights, green, red, blue, curtains of light dancing in polar skies, the aurora australis, the aurora borealis, nature's most beautiful light show. But you don't need to see it. Just imagine colors shifting in darkness, behind closed eyes, drifting, dancing, fading. The moon shows us phases: new moon, crescent, quarter, gibbous, full, then back again. 29.5 days. The cycle of lunar illumination. Always half the moon is lit by the sun. We simply see different portions of that lit half as the moon orbits Earth. The phases counted by ancient peoples, marking time, planting seasons, measuring months. The oldest calendar written in the sky. Thump, thump, constant, eternal. Sometimes Earth passes between sun and moon. Lunar eclipse. Earth's shadow falling on the lunar surface. The moon turning reddish, copper-coloured. Sunlight bent through Earth's atmosphere. Filtered, scattered. Only red light reaching the moon. Blood moon, though there's no blood. Just geometry, just light. Beautiful, rare, patient, like sleep, coming when conditions align. Other times the moon passes between Earth and sun. Solar eclipse, the moon's shadow racing across Earth's surface. In the path of totality, day becomes night, stars appear, the corona visible. A few minutes of cosmic alignment. The moon appears almost exactly the same size as the sun in our sky. Pure coincidence. The moon is 400 times smaller, but also 400 times closer. Perfect proportion. In 1 billion years, the moon will have drifted farther, tidal forces slowly pushing it away, and total solar eclipses will cease. Temporary beauty. Treasure it, or don't. Just let it be. Planets occasionally pass in front of the sun, as seen from Earth. Planetary transits, Mercury, Venus, tiny black dots crawling across the solar disk, hours to traverse. Rare alignments. Venus transits come in pairs 8 years apart, then more than a century until the next pair. The last was 2012, the next 2117. Patterns in time, vast rhythms, beyond human lifespans. Everything moving to music too slow to hear. Let yourself move to that rhythm. Slower, slower than slow. Ancient sailors used stars for celestial navigation, measuring angles between horizon and stars, calculating latitude. Polaris, the North Star, nearly fixed above Earth's North Pole, a reliable guide, though not the brightest star, just the one that barely moves. As Earth rotates beneath the stars, everything's spinning, but some things appearing still, like your body now, the room spinning, or still. You can't tell anymore. Doesn't matter. We group stars into constellations, patterns, pictures in the sky. Orion the Hunter, Ursa Major, the Great Bear, Scorpius, Cassiopeia. The patterns are arbitrary, human imagination, connecting unrelated stars, different distances, different ages, appearing together only from our perspective. Change your position, the patterns dissolve, but they've guided travelers, inspired stories for thousands of years. The same stars your ancestors saw, though slightly shifted, slowly drifting through space. 12 constellations lie along the ecliptic, the sun's apparent path through the sky. The zodiac: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. The Sun appearing to move through them month by month. Actually Earth orbiting, perspective shifting. The zodiac constellations marking seasons. Ancient astronomy, ancient astrology, once inseparable, now diverged. Science and story, both trying to make sense of the sky. Earth's axis precesses, wobbles like a spinning top, slowly, taking 26,000 years for one complete cycle. This shifts which star appears as the North Star, currently Polaris. In 13,000 years it will be Vega, then back again. Cycles within cycles, everything rotating, revolving, precessing, nothing truly still, except this moment, this breath, this peace. Earth's axis tilts 23.5 degrees. This tilt creates seasons. When the northern hemisphere tilts toward the sun, summer, longer days, more direct sunlight. 6 months later, tilted away, winter, short days, slanted light. The southern hemisphere experiences opposite seasons. While you sleep in darkness, somewhere the sun shines, the planet turning does day and night, summer and winter, endless cycles. But here, now, all seasons are the same. All is darkness, all is rest. Time itself changes with motion. Einstein's special relativity. Time dilation. Moving clocks run slower. The faster you move, the more time slows. GPS satellites orbit at high speeds, their clocks ticking slightly slower. We must account for this, or navigation fails. Time is not absolute, not universal. It bends, stretches, relative to motion, to gravity. Your time now, stretching, each second lasting longer, or disappearing entirely. Let the edges of every moment soften and blur until only this breath remains. Massive objects also dilate time. General relativity. A clock on Earth's surface runs slower than one in orbit, because Earth's gravity, curving space-time, affects time's flow. The difference is tiny, nanoseconds, but measurable, real. Time running at different rates, depending on where, how fast, how deep in gravity's well. Let your sense of time dissolve. Minutes, hours, meaningless. Only now, only this, eternal present. Gravity pulls not just on matter, but on the very seconds slipping through your awareness. Light from distant galaxies shifts toward red. Redshift. The universe expanding, space stretching, carrying galaxies away, lengthening the wavelengths of their light. The farther the galaxy, the faster it recedes, the more its light redshifts. Hubble's discovery, 1929, proof the universe expands, everything moving apart, space itself growing. Though locally, gravity holds things together, galaxies, solar systems, your atoms, held, stable, even as the cosmos expands around them. In this gentle outward drift, the universe makes room for everything that ever was. A few nearby galaxies show blue shift, moving toward us. Andromeda, approaching at 110 kilometers per second. Not because space contracts, but because local motion overcomes expansion. Gravity pulling, drawing together, eventually to merge, but that's billions of years away. Nothing to worry about, nothing to think about. Just breathe. Thump, thump, heavier. Even collisions among the vast can feel like the slow, inevitable embrace of old friends. Measuring cosmic distances, the cosmic distance ladder, each rung using different methods for nearby stars. Parallax, measuring how their position shifts as Earth orbits the Sun. Closer stars shift more, farther stars shift less. Simple geometry. But this only works for stars within a few thousand light years. Beyond that, other methods needed. Step by quiet step, we climb the ladder of light, each rung carrying us farther into silence. For greater distances, Cepheid variables, stars that pulse, brighten and dim. The period of pulsation related to absolute brightness. Measure the period. Calculate true brightness. Compare to apparent brightness. Determine distance. These standard candles extending our reach millions of light years. Henrietta Leavitt discovered this relationship, 1908, opening the cosmos to measurement, to understanding. Her quiet insight still flickers, lighting the way across unimaginable emptiness. Even farther, type Ia supernovae, white dwarfs that explode when they exceed a critical mass, always the same brightness, visible across billions of light years. Using these, we map the universe's expansion, discovering it's accelerating, dark energy pushing, everything moving apart, faster, faster, except here, where you're held, grounded, growing heavier, sinking, deeper. The same mysterious force that hastens the galaxies now cradles your slowing thoughts. Spectroscopy, analyzing starlight, reveals what stars are made of. Each element absorbs and emits specific wavelengths, creating patterns, spectral lines, hydrogen's fingerprint, helium's, iron's, oxygen's. By reading these patterns, we know the Sun is mostly hydrogen, that distant stars contain the same elements as Earth, that we're all made of the same stuff. Universal chemistry, cosmic unity, you and the stars, siblings, family. Every line in every spectrum whispers the same ancient kinship back to you. Not all astronomy uses visible light. Radio astronomy, detecting radio waves from space. Pulsars discovered this way. Also hydrogen clouds. The cosmic microwave background mapped in radio. Massive dishes, collecting faint signals, revealing the invisible universe. What we see is just a tiny fraction. Most of the cosmos speaks in frequencies our eyes cannot perceive. The universe hums in registers too low for sight, yet you feel its vibration in the quiet of your chest. Infrared astronomy, seeing heat, penetrating dust clouds, revealing newborn stars hidden inside stellar nurseries. Also very distant galaxies, their light redshifted from visible into infrared. The James Webb Space Telescope, operating primarily in infrared, peering back to the universe's first galaxies, showing us the cosmos as it was 13 billion years ago. Light traveling all that time just to reach our instruments. Messages from the deep past Those infant stars still glow softly in the data, as though whispering lullabies across time itself. X-ray astronomy from space. Earth's atmosphere blocks X-rays, protecting us, but preventing ground observation. So we send telescopes into orbit. Chandra, XMM Newton, detecting high-energy phenomena, black holes feeding, neutron stars colliding, the corona of the sun, violence, energy, heat, translated into data, into images, into understanding. The universe in X-rays, alien, beautiful. In those fierce flashes, the cosmos shows its wild heart, yet never disturbs your deepening calm. The most energetic events, gamma-ray bursts, seconds of radiation outshining everything else in the universe, caused by hypernova, the most extreme supernova, or by colliding neutron stars, beams of energy. If one pointed at Earth from close enough, it could sterilize our planet. But space is vast, and we're lucky, safe, small, insignificant, lying here, breathing, protected by distance, by chance, by the universe's vastness. The roar of creation passes harmlessly overhead, while you sink beneath a blanket of stillness. Space telescopes orbit above atmosphere, seeing clearly, steadily. Hubble, operating since 1990, showing us galaxies billions of light years away. Infant stars, dying stars, the universe in unprecedented detail, now joined by James Webb, larger, more sensitive, looking even farther, even deeper into time. Each image a window, a journey, a story. Through every frame, the past reaches gently toward the present, inviting you to rest in its endless unfolding. Ground-based observatories still have value. Larger telescopes, Keck, Gemini, the Very Large Telescope, and adaptive optics, technology that corrects for atmospheric distortion, using lasers to create artificial guide stars, measuring how atmosphere warps them, then deforming mirrors hundreds of times per second to cancel the distortion, achieving clarity rivaling space telescopes, human ingenuity, overcoming obstacles, revealing beauty between the stars, the interstellar medium, not empty, gas and dust, mostly hydrogen, thin but vast, also cosmic rays, magnetic fields, complex chemistry happening, molecules forming, some complex, organic, the building blocks of life, floating in space, ready to be incorporated into new star, new planets, perhaps new life. The space between, not empty, just subtle, like the space between thoughts, full of potential, cosmic dust, tiny grains, silicates, carbon, ice, blocking visible light, making distant stars appear dimmer, redder. But absorbing light also heats the dust, making it glow in infrared, beautiful nebulae, glowing clouds, stellar nurseries shrouded, mysterious, dust everywhere, in planets, in comets, in you, breathing it, being it, stardust, ancient, cosmic, molecular clouds, vast, cold, dense regions of interstellar medium where stars form, mostly hydrogen molecules, also carbon monoxide, ammonia, water, even alcohol. clouds containing enough ethanol to fill Earth's oceans many times over. The universe is strange, creative, wasteful, abundant. Let abundance wash over you, infinite, more than enough air, enough space, enough time to rest. Stars live and stars die. The cycle continuing, main sequence stars fusing hydrogen, eventually exhausting core fuel, becoming giants, shedding outer layers, forming planetary nebulae, glowing shells, expanding, fading, the core becoming white dwarf, cooling, or if massive enough, supernova, neutron star, black hole, then the remnants, enriched with heavy elements, mixing with interstellar medium. The next generation of stars forming from this, each generation more metal-rich, evolution, cosmic, chemical, everything recycling, nothing wasted, just transformation, endless, like you, transforming from waking to sleep. Every ending quietly prepares the cradle for something new to ignite. Planetary nebula, beautiful, symmetrical, sometimes cat's eye, helix, ring nebula, glowing shells, ejected stellar atmospheres, ionized by the hot white dwarf core, creating light shows, lasting thousands of years, then dispersing, joining the interstellar medium, temporary beauty, like flowers, like auroras, like consciousness, arising, persisting, dissolving, all temporary, all precious, all releasing, letting go, thump, thump. In their brief blaze they remind us that even goodbye can be radiant. The heliosphere, the bubble blown by solar wind, extends far beyond Pluto, its boundary, the heliopause, where solar wind pressure equals interstellar medium pressure. Voyager 1 crossed this in 2012, Voyager 2 in 2018, now in interstellar space, still sending data, still traveling, messages from humanity, carried outward, slow, patient, eternal ambassadors, drifting, like you, into the deep, tiny fragile voices whispering our existence into the endless night. If we could travel between stars, interstellar travel, even at the speed of light, years to the nearest stars, decades to interesting destinations, centuries to cross the galaxy, and we can't reach light speed, maybe 10%, maybe less, making journeys of generations or suspended animation or something we haven't imagined. The distance is so vast, making us insignificant or precious, or both. Here now, brief, improbable, lying in darkness, breathing, existing, enough. And yet this very smallness makes every heartbeat feel like a quiet miracle. The Fermi paradox, named for physicist Enrico Fermi. If life is common, if intelligence arises, where is everyone? The galaxy is billions of years old. Plenty of time for civilizations to spread, to colonize, to leave traces. Yet we see nothing, hear nothing. Are we alone? Are we first? Are we looking incorrectly? Or is intelligence rare, fragile, temporary? The silence of space might be empty or might be full of quiet listeners, like you, peaceful, patient, waiting. Perhaps the universe is simply too polite to interrupt. SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, listening for radio signals, watching for laser pulses, looking for techno-signatures, patterns that only technology could create. Decades of searching, hearing nothing, or not yet. The search continues. Hopeful, persistent, because the universe is vast, and we've barely begun to listen, like sleep. Sometimes you must wait, patient, receptive, for it to arrive. Each silent night deepens the longing, yet also the wonder. We search for biosignatures on exoplanets, oxygen in atmosphere, methane with oxygen, phosphine, combinations suggesting life. Because maybe intelligence is rare, but simple life might be common. Microbes, algae, alien equivalents, changing their planet's chemistry, creating detectable signs. Perhaps we'll find life, but not find anyone to talk to. The universe full of simple life, quiet, unconscious, just being, like breath, like cells, like the automatic processes that continue even now as you sleep. Life, in its humblest forms, may already be singing softly across the stars. Water, essential for life, at least life as we know it, and water is common. Europa, Enceladus, Titan, subsurface oceans, some exoplanets, likely ocean worlds, water everywhere in the universe, locked in ice, flowing as liquid, drifting as vapor. The most common molecule after hydrogen, hydrogen and oxygen, combining, creating, sustaining. You're mostly water, ancient water, recycled, cosmic. Feel it in you, flowing, still, holding you, dissolved into peace. This same water once fell as rain on worlds we will never see, now resting quietly inside your skin. Chemistry in space, not just simple elements. Complex molecules form in stellar atmospheres, in planetary nebulae, in interstellar clouds, amino acids found in meteorites, the building blocks of proteins, of life. Perhaps life's ingredients are cosmic, universal, scattered everywhere, waiting for the right conditions, waiting, like you, for the moment of transition, of beginning, of letting go, heavier, heavier, sinking, breathing slower, thump, thump, becoming. And in that patient waiting, the universe dreams of what might one day awaken. Inside stars, alchemy happens. Not the medieval dream of turning lead to gold, but something more miraculous. Stellar nucleosynthesis, the forging of elements, hydrogen fusing into helium, releasing energy, keeping the star shining. But as hydrogen depletes in the core, the star contracts, heats, until helium begins to fuse. 3 helium nuclei becoming carbon, then oxygen, layer upon layer, like an onion, each shell burning different fuel, creating different elements. Thump, thump, your heart, layered too, chambers, rhythms, keeping you alive, as stars create the universe's chemistry. Massive stars continue this process, carbon fusing into neon, neon into oxygen, oxygen into silicon, each stage shorter than the last. Hydrogen burning for millions of years, but silicon burning for just days. The star racing toward its end, building heavier and heavier elements. Thump, thump, faster, then slower. Your heartbeat finding its pace. as the star finds its fate, everything proceeding, inevitable, toward conclusion, toward rest. But there's a limit. Iron, element 26, 56 particles in its nucleus, the most stable configuration. Fusing iron requires energy instead of releasing it. So when a massive star's core turns to iron, fusion stops. No more outward pressure, no more support against gravity. The core collapses in less than a second. From the size of Earth to the size of a city, catastrophic, instant, and the collapse rebounds. Supernova, thump, the heartbeat stopping, then exploding, new rhythm, new beginning, from ending. Iron and lighter elements, created in stellar cores, but heavier elements, gold, platinum, uranium, require even more extreme conditions. They form during supernova explosions in the incredible heat and pressure of the blast, or when neutron stars collide, spiraling together, merging, creating a kilonova, seeding space with heavy elements, everything precious, everything rare, born in violence, in the universe's most extreme moments. The gold in rings, the uranium in reactors, forged in cosmic catastrophe, ancient, irreplaceable, like this moment, unique, never repeating, precious, or not, just happening. These processes take time, and time can be measured. Cosmic clocks. The universe has built-in timekeepers. Radioactive decay, steady, predictable. Carbon-14 in ancient objects, uranium-238 in rocks, each isotope decaying at its own fixed rate, half-life, the time for half to transform. For carbon-14, 5,730 years. For uranium-238, 4.5 billion years. Reading these ratios, we date meteorites, ancient rocks, the Earth itself, 4.54 billion years old, give or take 50 million, time written in atoms, in decay, in the slow transformation of elements, everything aging, including you, cells dividing, DNA mutating, entropy increasing, but slowly, so slowly. Not tonight. Tonight you're timeless, ageless, just being. The universe itself has an age, calculated from its expansion rate, from the cosmic microwave background, from the oldest stars, 13.8 billion years, with remarkable precision, older than any star, any galaxy, any structure, everything younger than the cosmos that contains it, the universe, the ultimate parent, the first thing, creating space for everything else, for time itself. Before the universe, no time, no before, just nothing, or everything, or something we can't comprehend. Let incomprehension wash over you. Let not knowing be okay, be peaceful, be enough. But maybe our universe isn't alone. Multiverse theories suggesting infinite universes, each with different laws, different constants, different possibilities. Some where stars never form, some where atoms don't bond, some where complexity arises, then dissipates. Our universe, one bubble in infinite foam, or many universes branching, every quantum decision creating new timeline, new reality. Everything that can happen does happen, somewhere, elsewhere, other yous, sleeping, waking, living different lives, or maybe not. Maybe we're alone, singular, unique. Either way, this you, in this universe, this moment, is real, is here, is breathing, slower, deeper, heavier. Every universe, if there are others, has its own horizon, cosmic horizons, boundaries beyond which we cannot see, not because of technology limits, but because light hasn't had time to reach us. The observable universe, 93 billion light-years across, but the actual universe might be infinite, might be finite but unbounded. We'll never know what lies beyond our horizon, forever invisible, forever unknown. The universe keeping secrets, holding mysteries, like your unconscious mind, vast territories, unexplored, unknowable, there but hidden, present but unreachable, and that's okay. Not everything needs to be known, explored, understood. The universe is expanding, accelerating. In the far future, distant galaxies will cross our cosmic horizon, their light, redshifted infinitely, never reaching us. One by one, galaxies disappearing, the night sky growing darker, darker, until only our local group remains, Milky Way, Andromeda, merged by then, a single galaxy, alone, in darkness. No evidence of the larger cosmos. Future astronomers, if any exist, will think the universe is small, is singular, is dying. They'll be wrong, but unable to know it, isolated by expansion, by time, by the universe's acceleration. Thump, thump, everything separating. Eventually, even galaxies, even stars, even atoms, perhaps, but not yet, not tonight. Tonight you're held, connected, part of the whole, sinking, deeper. Trillions of years from now, the last stars will fade, heat death of the universe, maximum entropy, all energy evenly distributed. No gradients, no flows, nothing can happen, no stars, no planets, no chemistry, no life, no thought, just uniform temperature, near absolute zero. Photons stretch to infinite wavelengths, black holes evaporating slowly, leaving only particles drifting, alone, in the dark. The ultimate cold, the ultimate dark, the ultimate silence, but peaceful, perhaps like sleep, like the deepest sleep, where nothing moves, nothing dreams, nothing is just void. And after that, maybe nothing forever, or maybe something new begins, or maybe the universe doesn't expand forever. Maybe dark energy changes, weakens, reverses, gravity winning, pulling everything back. The Big Crunch hypothesis, galaxies approaching, blue shifted, the cosmic microwave background warming, hotter, hotter, everything converging, colliding, merging until the universe compressed, back to a point, back to the beginning, symmetry, expansion and contraction, birth and death, death and birth, and maybe, from the Big Crunch, a new Big Bang, a cyclic universe, eternal return, no beginning, no end, just cycles like breath, in, out, like seasons, like days, like heartbeats, thump, thump, forever, or not. Either way, beyond you, beyond now, beyond worry, there's another possibility, darker, the Big Rip scenario. If dark energy increases, accelerating acceleration, eventually its force overcomes all bonds. First galaxies torn apart, then solar systems, then planets, then molecules, then atoms, then atomic nuclei. Everything ripped to fundamental particle or beyond, the fabric of space-time itself, shredding in perhaps 22 billion years. If this is true, everything unraveling, but probably not. Probably the universe is gentler, probably heat death, or big crunch, or something else. Something unknown. Let the unknown remain. Let the far future be irrelevant. Only now matters. Only this breath, this moment, this sinking, deeper, heavier. And there's another danger, theoretical, vacuum decay. The vacuum of space as might not be in its lowest energy state. A false vacuum, stable, but not truly stable. Like a ball balanced on a plateau. Any disturbance or any quantum fluctuation could knock it into a lower state, true vacuum, and if that happens somewhere, anywhere, the transition spreads at the speed of light, a bubble of true vacuum, expanding, destroying everything in its path, not violently, just erasing, rewriting the laws of physics, nothing surviving, nothing able to survive, the atoms themselves, no longer stable, everything gone. But this probably won't happen. Probably we're in true vacuum already. Probably. Let probability dissolve. Let fear dissolve. Nothing you can do. Nothing you need to do. Just breathe. Just be thump, thump. Before the Big Bang, what was there? The question might be meaningless. Time itself began with the Big Bang, so there's no before, like asking what's north of the North Pole. The question assumes something that doesn't exist, or maybe time didn't begin. Maybe something existed, something we can't understand, can't measure, can't imagine. Quantum foam, infinite potential, other universes, or just nothing, pure nothing, not empty space, not darkness, not even the concept of absence, just no thing, and from no thing, everything, from nothing, the universe, from nothing, you, impossible, miraculous, happening anyway, like sleep, like consciousness, impossible, but real, mysterious, but present, just accepting what is. Light travels at finite speed, 300,000 kilometers per second, fast, but not infinite. So when we look out, we look back, light as a time machine, seeing the past, always the past, never the present. The sun as it was 8 minutes ago, the nearest star, 4 years, Andromeda, 2.5 million years. When you look up, you see history, ancient history, the night sky, a museum displaying artifacts from across time. Some stars you see already dead, their light still travelling, ghosts, memories, messages from the extinct, but beautiful still, meaningful still, teaching us, showing us, connecting us, to deep time, to the story of everything. The deepest images, Hubble Deep Field, James Webb Deep Field, pointing at seemingly empty patches of sky, exposing for days, collecting every photon, and the darkness fills with galaxies, thousands of them, each a tiny smudge, but containing billions of stars, some galaxies seen as they were 13 billion years ago, just after the cosmic dark ages ended, the first galaxies forming, small, irregular, actively forming stars, the universe in its infancy, captured, preserved, visible, now, tonight, while you lie here, photons that travelled for eons are being captured, studied, understood, the universe, revealing itself, patiently, across time, across space, and you, receiving this knowledge, even second-hand, even simplified, you, connected to those ancient galaxies, by information, by light, by wonder, but most of the universe we'll never see. The observable universe, just a sphere around us. Light from beyond hasn't reached us yet, or never will. Because of expansion, the actual universe might be infinite, might contain infinite galaxies, infinite stars, infinite possibilities. But we see only our local patch, our cosmic neighborhood, limited by the speed of light, by the universe's age, by the expansion of space, like your awareness now, limited, contained, focused on this room, this bed, this breath, not knowing, not seeing the whole world, the whole cosmos, just this. And this is enough, more than enough, everything out there, in all that vastness, cosmic silence. We've listened for decades, SETI projects, radio telescopes pointed at stars, listening for signals, for patterns, for intelligence, hearing nothing. Natural signals, yes, pulsars, quasars, but nothing artificial, nothing intentional, no one calling, or no one close enough, or no one using radio, or no one existing. The silence, deafening, or peaceful, depending on perspective, alone, or unique, or early, or the only ones listening, while others sleep, while the universe sleeps, quiet, dark, patient, like you now, silent, listening, hearing, your heartbeat, thump, thump. Maybe that's enough. Maybe one heartbeat proves everything, proves consciousness, proves meaning, or proves nothing. Just is. The night sky as history, every star at a different time, the brightest star, Sirius, seen as it was 8.6 years ago, Betelgeuse, 550 years, the Andromeda Galaxy, 2.5 million years. When you look up, you don't see the universe as it is. You see the universe as it was, a patchwork of different moments, different eras, stitched together by geometry, by the light travel time, by the accident of your position in space and time. If you could move faster than light, impossible. But imagine, you could chase light, see it again, watch the same supernova twice, see history like a film you can rewind, but you can't. No one can. Time flows one way. Light carries one message: the past, receding, the future, approaching, the present, impossibly thin. This moment, already past, already memory, already gone. But another moment arrives, and another, endless moments, flowing, and in this flow, you float, drift, carried, released, thump. Humanity's place in the cosmos. We're small, unimaginably small. One planet, 8 in a solar system, orbiting one star, 200 billion in a galaxy, one galaxy, trillions in the observable universe, billions upon billions upon billions of stars, and we're on one planet, one species, recently evolved, recently aware, briefly, probably, existing, a spark in the cosmic dark, insignificant, meaningless in the scale of things, and yet we're aware, we look up, we ask questions, we understand. Partly, we create meaning, even if the universe doesn't provide it. We're matter, become conscious. The universe, knowing itself, however briefly, however locally, stardust, arranged just right to wonder about stars, carbon-based patterns, contemplating carbon's origin, consciousness, arising from atoms, from void, from nothing, to exist at all, improbable, to be aware, miraculous, to think about the cosmos while lying in darkness, almost asleep. This might be the rarest thing in all the universe. Or common, we don't know, but rare or common, it's precious. You're precious. This moment, precious or not, meaning optional, existence, enough. In the vast cosmic scale, your lifetime, a blink, the Earth's lifetime, a day, the sun's, a week. Galaxies live longer, but even they change, merge, fade, everything temporary, everything impermanent. Atoms last longer, protons might decay, eventually or ascend to the 34 years, or might be eternal. We're not sure, but even if protons last, black holes evaporate, and after that, just particles, drifting, separate, alone, cold, dark, forever. This is the universe's ultimate fate. Probably, entropy wins, everything disperses, everything ends. But not yet, not for trillions of years. Tonight, stars shine, planets orbit, life exists, you breathe, and this is not the end. This is the now, the eternal now, where everything happens, where everything is, where you are, breathing, being, drifting into the cosmic peace, the origin of heavy elements, the death of stars, nucleosynthesis, the building of atoms, everything connected. Birth requires death. New stars from old, life from supernovae, you from stellar ashes, looking up at the sky or closing eyes at darkness. Either way, seeing truth, feeling truth, being truth, temporary truth, beautiful truth, consciousness, briefly, illuminating, nothing, everything, then fading, back to peace, back to silence, back to the cosmic, dark, your body, heavy now, so heavy, each limb, weighing tons, like neutron star matter, like collapsed stellar cores, dense, impossible to lift, impossible to move, No need to move, no need for anything, just this stillness, this sinking deeper through the mattress, through the floor, through the earth, through space, falling forever into the dark, the quiet, the peaceful void where nothing is required, where nothing exists except rest, deep rest, ancient rest, the rest that stars achieve. After fusion ends, after light stops, after everything stops, thump, 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 your heartbeat slowing, quieter, distant, like a pulsar, fading as you cross your own event horizon into sleep, into dreams, into the dark, where time stops and consciousness dissolves like morning mist, like stellar nebulae, like everything, eventually dissolving, releasing, becoming nothing, becoming everything, becoming just being, breathing, barely, drifting, finally, peace, space, the final frontier, but also the beginning, where matter came from, where energy flows, where time began, and where perhaps it ends or continues forever, expanding, cooling, stars burning out, one by one. In trillions of years, the last star will fade, the universe going dark, or maybe not. Maybe we don't understand. Maybe dark energy will tear everything apart first, or maybe it doesn't matter, because you're here now, in this moment, this breath, this heartbeat, thump, thump, and that's enough. Right here, in this single quiet pulse, the entire vast story finds its perfect temporary home. The observable universe, 93 billion light years across. But that's just what we can see. Beyond that, more universe, maybe infinite. Maybe the Big Bang happened everywhere, all at once, creating endless space. Or maybe our universe is one bubble in an infinite foam, a multiverse, other universes with different laws, different constants, different stories. We'll never know. The horizon of knowledge, always present, always beyond reach. Let your need to know dissolve. Release curiosity for now. Just rest. Beyond every horizon, the unknown waits patiently, mirroring the soft darkness already settling behind your eyes. Light takes time to travel. Looking out is looking back. The nearest star, 4 years into the past, the Andromeda Galaxy, 2.5 million years, distant galaxies, billions of years. We see them as they were, not as they are. Perhaps some no longer exist, their light still travelling, messages from the dead, the universe full of ghosts, images without sources. Or maybe they still shine, and we're the ghosts, fleeting, temporary, soon to fade. All those ghostly lights now gather softly around your closed lids, ancient visitors keeping gentle company as you drift. Every atom in your body, forged in stars, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, calcium in your bones, iron in your blood, all created in stellar cores, scattered by supernovae, drifting through space, gathering into new stars, planets, life. You're the universe, experiencing itself, consciousness arising from stardust, briefly, improbably, And when you sleep, the universe sleeps too. Dreams flowing through cosmic dust. Dreams and breath, inseparable. Now, thump, thump. Through every slow exhale, the stardust inside you remembers its long journey home to stillness. The cosmic microwave background, still there, still glowing, cooling, currently 2.7 degrees above absolute zero. In the future, as the universe expands, it will cool further, 1 degree, half a degree, approaching zero, asymptotically, never quite reaching, like sleep, approaching, deepening, never quite absolute. Always something, some awareness, however dim, however distant, or maybe not. Maybe there's a point where awareness becomes absence, where sleep becomes that faint ancient glow lingers like the last whisper of warmth before everything settles into perfect quiet. Black holes might be the universe's memory, information falling in, never destroyed, somehow preserved in the event horizon, in the Hawking radiation. We're not sure. The information paradox. Does the universe remember? Does it forget? Does it matter? Your memory's fading now, today, yesterday, dissolving. What you were, what you did, unimportant. Only this, only now, this breath, this darkness, this sinking, heavier. Whatever was once held in memory now simply releases like light slipping past an event horizon into peaceful oblivion. The Planck epoch, the first moment. Before that, we cannot know. Our physics breaks down, quantum gravity needed, which we don't have. The very beginning, forever mysterious. Perhaps time itself didn't exist. Perhaps existence simply began, uncaused. Or perhaps something came before, something beyond our comprehension. The ultimate mystery, the ultimate question. Let it be unanswered. Let everything be unanswered. No need for knowledge now. Only being, only breathing, only sleep. In that unanswered silence before the first instant, you already rest, complete and unknowing. Stars shine because of gravity, compression creating heat, heat creating pressure, pressure holding back further compression, equilibrium, balance. For billions of years, stable, constant. Then the fuel runs out, balance breaks, collapse, or explosion. Endings? But during that long stability, that endless burning, light flooding space, warming planets, making life possible, everything arising from balance, from equilibrium, like your body now, finding its balance, temperature, position, breath, heart rate slowing, everything settling into balance, into stillness. This same quiet equilibrium now cradles every cell, every slow throb, drawing you deeper into harmony. The cosmic web, filaments and voids, structure on the largest scales, created by dark matter, gravity drawing matter together along certain lines, leaving other regions empty. This structure formed when the universe was young, imprinted by tiny quantum fluctuations during inflation, ripples in space-time as becoming seeds, becoming galaxies, becoming everything. From quantum to cosmic, from tiny to infinite, all connected, all flowing from one thing into everything. Those first faint ripples still echo softly through the emptiness, guiding your thoughts toward the same wide, gentle openness. Neutron stars, the densest normal matter possible. Compress matter further, it becomes a black hole. So neutron stars exist at the edge, the boundary between matter and mystery. A teaspoon weighs billions of tons. Gravity so intense time slows, measurably. Light bends, severely. Space curves into knots at the surface. You would weigh 100 billion times more, crushed, flattened, return to neutrons, to unity, to simplicity. Everything complicated, becoming simple. Let your thoughts become simple, single, unified, then nothing. In that ultimate simplicity, every distinction melts away, leaving only the single steady rhythm beneath. Quasars, powered by supermassive black holes, billions of solar masses, swallowing stars, gas, anything that falls too close. The material forms an accretion disk, spiraling inward, heating, glowing, brighter than galaxies. Some quasars shoot jets, perpendicular to the disk, particles accelerated to near light speed, streaming outward for millions of light years. Cosmic violence, creating cosmic beauty, light from darkness, energy from destruction, everything transforming, nothing ending, only changing. Even in their fierce brilliance, they teach that destruction and creation are only two sides of the same endless breath. Fast radio bursts, mysterious pulses, lasting milliseconds, coming from distant galaxies. We don't know what causes them, maybe magnetars, maybe something else. Each burst releasing as much energy as the sun produces in days, compressed into instants. The universe still surprising us, still unknown. Even after centuries of astronomy, millennia of watching the sky, we've barely begun. So much mystery remaining, infinite, beautiful. Let mystery hold you, unknowing, unworried, surrendered. Each sudden flash across the void reminds us how sweetly the unknown still sings us toward rest. Gravitational lensing can magnify distant galaxies, letting us see further, fainter than otherwise possible. The universe using itself as a telescope, providing the tools for its own observation, as if it wants to be seen, understood, appreciated. Or maybe that's just human projection. Maybe the universe doesn't care, doesn't know, doesn't intend, just is, just exists, like breath, like heartbeat, thump, thump, without meaning, without purpose, just happening, just being. In its silent self-regard, the cosmos mirrors your own quiet existence, simple, present, needing no explanation. The arrow of time, entropy increasing, disorder growing. The universe started in low entropy, highly ordered, Big Bang singularity, and has been increasing entropy ever since. Stars burning, energy spreading, eventually heat death, maximum entropy, uniform temperature, no energy gradients, nothing can happen. The universe still, silent, dark, cold, but that's trillions of years away. For now, stars shine, planets orbit, life exists. You breathe, and that's enough. More than enough. Everything thump until that far distant stillness arrives. This one warm breath is the whole universe awakened alive. Some cosmologists propose the universe might be cyclic. Big bang, expansion, perhaps contraction, big crunch, then another big bang, endless cycles, birth and death, death and rebirth, like seasons, like days, like breath, in, out, no beginning, no end, just cycles, eternal return, or maybe not. Maybe this universe is unique, singular, precious, existing once, then never again. Either way, this moment, your moment, is unique, will never repeat, so feel it, be it, release it. Whether forever repeating or forever singular, this exact sinking sensation belongs only to now, and that is perfect. The anthropic principle. The universe must be capable of supporting observers, otherwise no one would observe it. The constants of nature, finely tuned. Change them slightly, sir, and stars don't form, or atoms don't bond, or chemistry fails. Life impossible. So the universe must be the way it is for us to ask why it is. Circular, tautological, or profound. Existence justifying itself by existing. You justifying the universe, and by being here, now, breathing, aware, or nearly unaware, drifting. By simply resting here, you quietly affirm the entire improbable tuning of reality. Somewhere in the galaxy, another planet orbits another star. Maybe life evolved there, maybe consciousness, maybe they look up at their sky, wondering if they're alone. Their stars different from ours, their constellations, their myths, their questions, all different, but maybe the same. Maybe right now, someone, something, lies in their darkness, feeling small, feeling large, feeling connected to infinity, like you. Now, thump, thump, separated by light years, united by wonder, by existence, by the darkness that holds us all. Across every unimaginable distance, that same gentle heaviness pulls another being downward into the same shared peace. The Milky Way will collide with Andromeda in 4 billion years, but our sun will still be shining. Earth might survive, or might be flung into deep space. Our descendants, if any, will see a sky transformed, galaxies merging, creating new constellations, new myths, or maybe not. Maybe humanity is gone by then, evolved into something else, or extinct, or scattered to other stars. The universe continuing, regardless, indifferent. Stars being born, stars dying, the great cycle proceeding forever. Long after every name is forgotten, the stars will keep rewriting their slow, beautiful story without us. And still the quiet inside you belongs completely to this instant. Globular clusters, some of the oldest objects, 13 billion years. Stars born when the universe was young, all the same age, evolving together. Most are now red giants, the massive stars long dead. Only the small ones remain, red dwarfs that will burn for trillions of years, outlasting everything. Patience, endurance, the small inheriting eternity, while the bright, the large, the impressive fade fast, burn out, disappear. Everything temporary except the small, the quiet, the steady, like breath, small, steady, eternal, while you remain. In their unhurried glow, the smallest stars teach that true endurance hides in the soft, persistent rhythm you feel right now. In the end, we're made of stars. We live on a planet orbiting a star, in a galaxy of stars, in a universe of galaxies. Everything, stardust and light, gravity and time. You, a pattern in stardust, temporary, but real, conscious, for a moment, in the cosmic night, soon to sleep, soon to dissolve, back into the pattern, the great pattern that includes everything, is everything, separation illusion, only connection real, only unity, only one thing, dreaming itself as many. And as that pattern relaxes now into dream, the one great dreamer breathes easier, deeper, forever at home in its own endless night. Your heartbeat slows, thump, 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 matching the rhythm of pulses, the rotation of galaxies, the expansion of space, everything one rhythm, one pulse, one breath. You, part of it, always were, always will be, just briefly forgot, briefly felt separate, but now, remembering or forgetting, doesn't matter, just being, just sinking, heavier, heavier. The mattress holding you, like space holding stars, like gravity holding galaxies, held, safe, dissolving. The observable universe contains approximately 2 trillion galaxies, each with billions or trillions of stars, numbers beyond comprehension, and yet each star unique, each planet, each moment, your moment, unique, in all that vastness, in all that infinity, this breath, never breathed before, never breathed again, precious or meaningless, or both, just happening, now, then gone, like a supernova, like a comet, like consciousness, flashing, fading, dark energy pushing, galaxies accelerating. In the deep future, distant galaxies will recede faster than light, their light never reaching us. The universe beyond our horizon, forever invisible, cut off, isolated. Future civilizations, if any, will think they're alone in a universe of one galaxy, not knowing, never able to know what lies beyond. We're lucky, living when we do, when the universe is still young, still visible, still connected, before the isolation, before the eternal dark, but isolation or connection, in sleep, doesn't matter. All is one, all is peace. Somewhere, 13 billion light years away, light left a galaxy when the universe was young, traveling through expanding space for cosmic ages, through emptiness, through darkness, through the evolution of galaxies, the death of stars, the birth of planets, the emergence of life, all that time crossing the void to arrive here, now, tonight, in a telescope, captured, recorded, studied, or not. Maybe no telescope points that way tonight. Maybe that light passes Earth, continuing forever, missing us by chance, by timing, everything depending on chance, on timing, on being in the right place, the right time, like you, here, now, exactly when you need to be, exactly where, exactly this. The cosmic microwave background, echoes of the Big Bang, reaching us from every direction, uniform almost, tiny fluctuations, 1 part in 100,000. The seeds of structure, of galaxies, of stars, of planets, of you. Everything arising from almost nothing, from almost uniformity. Tiny differences becoming infinite variety, like dreams from sleep, patterns from nothing, something from nothing, always, miracles, mundane, continuous, this breath from nothing, this thought from nothing, fading to nothing, and that's okay, that's natural, and that's the way. Meteor showers, Earth passing through comet debris, trails of dust left behind, orbiting the sun forever. When Earth crosses these trails, particles hit atmosphere, burn, light streaks, shooting stars, dozens per hour, predictable, annual, Perseids in August, Geminids in December, Leonids in November, the universe putting on shows, if you watch, if you're awake, but you're not. You're here. Eyes closed, inside, safe. You don't need meteors. You don't need light. You have darkness, have quiet, have rest. Everything you need, and so we drift through the cosmic mysteries. 100 facts about the universe, about light, about darkness, about time and space and everything between. But facts don't matter, not really. What matters is the feeling, the sense of being small, yet part of something infinite, temporary, yet eternal, alone, yet connected, everything paradox, everything mystery. And mystery is okay. Mystery is beautiful. Let it wash over you, through you. Let questions dissolve. Let knowing dissolve. Just being. Just breathing. Just sinking into the dark, the quiet, the cosmic peace. Your body, heavy now. So heavy. Limbs, lead. Sinking through the mattress, through the floor, through the earth, falling toward the center, toward gravity's heart, or floating up, away, into space. Which is it? Falling, floating, the same, in weightlessness, in surrender, no difference, between up and down, between awake and asleep, just transition, just drift, just letting go. The universe keeps turning, stars burning, galaxies spinning, black holes swallowing, supernovae exploding, all the vast machinery continuing, indifferent, eternal, and you, part of it, stardust, aware, briefly, now fading, awareness dimming, like a star, cooling, collapsing, becoming dense, quiet, still, until only heartbeat remains. Thump, thump, then even that, fading into background, into nothing, into everything. Astronomy, the science of everything, of everywhere, of all time, attempting to understand the infinite with finite minds, the audacity, the humility, looking up, feeling small, feeling wonder, generations of humans watching the sky, asking why, how, when, finding answers, finding more questions, the search continuing, patient, endless, like sleep, searching, finding, releasing, cycles of knowing and unknowing, wisdom and mystery, both necessary, both beautiful. Now, drift deeper, past the star, past galaxy, past the observable universe, into the mystery beyond, into the darkness before the Big Bang, or the darkness after heat death, infinite dark, peaceful dark, no light, no time, no space, no thought, just potential, just void, just rest, deep rest, absolute rest, the rest that has no dreams, no awareness, just cessation, for a while, for the night, until morning, when stars return, when consciousness returns, when you return. But not yet, not yet, still drifting, still sinking, still releasing everything into the cosmic peace. The universe keeps turning, astronomy whispering through endless space, and we'll keep drifting, floating together through the mysteries, 100 astronomy mysteries, looping softly, endlessly through the night. Tonight, we'll drift through the silent collapse of dying stars, the invisible gravity shaping galaxies, the ancient light still crossing the cosmos. There's nothing you need to do now. Just let your body sink, heavier, heavier,